This video is about how to enter in time to the Fieldpoint system. We're going to get started by logging in with our test user here. And as we log in, we're going to notice that home page, and this page is called Appointment Manager. And this is where we're going to be entering in our time for our time cards on this page. And let's go over this page a little bit. So on the top left, you'll see your name here and your resource code, and that just shows that this is our time card. And these are based off weekly time cards. So this is showing the week starting June 7th, 2020. And if we need to go back to a previous week, we would click this left arrow here. And if we need to go forward again, we would click this arrow here. And you can see the weekly time cards are popping up, showing you which week we're on. And down here we have the appointments menu option, and we have a favorites menu option. Under the favorites, it has these 4 rows, and these are the rows where we're going to enter in our time. We're going to use each row for a different entry. So field, start, shift. Let's start entering in our time right here. We're going to go on Monday, June 8th. We're going to left click into this box and start our time entry right here. Click open detail. And the default start time is going to be 7:30 a.m. So if that is your time, that's great. You could leave it like that. If not, we could always adjust it. We can make it, let's say 9 o'clock. And then you could put in your end time here, or you could skip over to the labor field and put your hours here, and it'll calculate the end time for you. For now, I'm going to enter it in here. So let's say we go till 1 o'clock. So it'll be 1300. This is the system is on military time, so you'll have to go up to 1300 for 1 o'clock. And you see it calculated the 4 hours of labor. And in the description, you could add a brief description here. I'm just going to put in work, and I'm going to hit save. You'll see it'll save right there, but it's still in red, which means it's not fully saved. There's still one more step where we're going to have to hit the save data button. But first I want to enter in all our time, and then we'll hit the save data. So we have to remember our end time. So we ended at 1 o'clock like we said. So our lunch is going to start at 1 o'clock. So we click, left click, open detail. We got to change the start time all the time if it's not 7:30. So we're going to make it 1300, and let's go over the labor hours. So if we took a 15-minute lunch, we got to do 0:15. If we did a 30-minute lunch, 30, and 45 is for 45 minutes. There is no 0.5s and 0.75s in the Fieldpoint system, so I'm going to go with a 30-minute lunch. And I'm going to type in a brief description called lunch. And let's hit save. So we got our 30 minutes lunch there, and it ended at 13:30. So when we go to our next entry, we're going to change the start time to 13:30. And our end time, let's say we did 5 more hours. We'll go to 18:30. And you'll see that it'll change that to 5 hours there. We'll put in a description again as work, and we'll hit save. So if that's all our entries for the day, all we have to do is hit save data right there. And it'll move it up here under appointments, and it's going to turn it green. So that means that it's saved all the way. So our entries for Monday are done. And now let's go over what this last row means for make selection. If you click on this drop down arrow, you're going to see that there's other options in here, like if you took PTO, or if there was training, jury duty, or leave, or bereavement. So let's enter in some PTO time. So let's say on Tuesday, June 9th, we're going to take PTO. And you'll see that I changed to task number 4. And if we need to figure out what number 4 was, we could click back on the arrow. It'll say PTO. So let's keep it at the PTO one. And we're going to go to Tuesday the 9th. And you got to stay on that row. You can't go to different rows. The rows have to line up. And you click on open detail. For our PTO, we'll leave it at 7:30 start time, and we're just going to put in 8 hours of PTO. So we'll just put 8 hours there, and we can put in vacation. For our description, we'll hit save. You'll see the 8 hours is still in red, and red means that we'll still have to hit the save data up here, so it'll move up under our appointments here. And you'll see that the PTO time, Tuesday, June 9th, is saved. So that's how we enter in PTO time and other time, by using this make selection, and we switched up the task to whichever selection that we need to make. So these top 3 rows are the rows that we're probably going to be using most of the time, and this one is for other cases when we need to make a different selection. Okay, and then let's see how to make this page our home, a favorite. This will be our home page, but if we wanted to make it our favorite, we just click on this drop down and we click on favorites. And our favorites will be saved under the home button here. And this one will be our appointment manager favorites. So if we need to get back there, or if we're on a different screen, we just click here. And that is it for now. I'm going to make another video about reviewing and submitting your time card, but this is about how to enter in our time, and that's how you enter in your time in the Fieldpoint system. All right, thank you.